Welcome back to Big D Energy, our debut show here on Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Joique, Darren McCarty, and we got some good discussion going right now. But Corey's in the house, our Lions insider. He spends pretty much all of his life at Lions training camp right now. There are some moves that have been made, Corey. So break it down for me.
Just like less than 10 minutes ago, the Detroit Lions announced that they've signed free agent running back Craig Reynolds, and they've released cornerback Quentin Dunbar. This guy Dunbar, he's been noticeably absent at camp for about a week and a half. Coach Campbell said that he was dealing with a personal issue, and the team was, had their thoughts and their prayers with him and their support behind them. But now he's gone, and they brought in Craig Reynolds.
Come on, Craig.
Craig. This is like his fourth team in this is like his fourth team in 2 seasons in his 2 years in the NFL.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What
does that mean?
That his fourth team?
Yeah. What does that mean?
I'm just saying. The Lions were his fourth team in 2 years.
Because I was on 4 teams in 1 year. So.
Oh. Hey. Yeah. But he's not Joique Bell though.
Huh?
He's not Joique Bell though.
I'm not Craig Reynolds.
Exactly. But he's gonna obviously come in and help out the Lions. They've a little bit thin right now, running back. DeAndre Swift, he's dealing with some groin issues. Jamar Jefferson had a high ankle sprain and an ankle sprain on Monday's indoor practice.
And so this is a conversation they had before they released them.
Yeah.
Listen, guy, we love what you're doing. The door's not closed. What we have, it's a numbers game. Handing your playbook, but we're going to be in contact, staying shake, because we might be bringing you back during the season.
Keep that phone charged.
Keep it charged. We might be bringing you back and put you on practice squad, so stay ready. All right, stay ready. But we have to make these moves because it's the numbers games. We have some injuries now, and we need a roster spot. And right now, you're not contributing. It's hard, but listen, I respect you. Stay ready. This is a conversation they had before they released him. They're going to bring him in, and I just hope he's coming in. And, we used to call it campfire, right? When you bring guys in to kind of take the load off the guys that's going to make the roster. And I hope that isn't the case with Craig. I hope he gets a shot. And with people that go down, I can speak from experience. I remember my second year in the league, I went down with an MCL sprain the first week. I set out. I knew that I was not going to make the team if I did not play. They had Pierre Thomas, they had Darren Sproles, they had Mark Ingram, and they had Chris Ivory. And I said, "There's no way."
You walked into some situations in your career, bro.
Yeah, and so I tore my MCL the very first preseason game. They were projecting me to be out 6 to 8 weeks. I sat out 1 week, came back, led the team in rushing and receiving, and they called me to the coach's office, told me to bring my playbook. Sat down in his office. He told me, "Listen, you played so good, you made us keep you. We didn't want to go into the season with 5 running backs. This is going to be a situation for him to where when I went down, I had to sit out the first 2 weeks of the season. They brought in another guy to take my place on practice squad while I was healing, and he was really good. And the coach told me, listen, Joy, we brought a guy in off the street, and the guy looked really good, and I could have lost my spot. Now we bring in this guy, Craig Reynolds. He come in, and he plays really good. You never know.
Somebody could get squeezed.
Somebody can get squeezed. But that's the nature of this business that we don't really want to talk about. We only want to talk about, the aftermath, a guy who went through the ringer and then made it out. But these are the opportunities you get when a guy like DeAndre Swift goes down with a pulled groin. All right, you got to be available.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
then
What have you
could
done for me lately?
Well,
What have you done for me lately? That's exactly what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, and then also too, they signed Nikhil Roby-Coleman a couple of days ago, who he has familiarity with pretty much I don't say everybody, but a lot of people on that coaching staff. He was a couple of years in Buffalo when Anthony Lynn was there. Obviously, Anthony Lynn is the offensive coordinator, but still a couple of years there with them. 3 years with the Rams under Aubrey Pleasant, Brad Holmes, Michael Brockers, and then last year he played on the Eagles, and Deuce Staley was the assistant head coach there. So they brought him in, and they filled that gap with Dunbar.
I want you to understand this, that's natural, right?
Yeah.
That's normal in this league. If you look at different GMs who come in, they're going to bet on the guys that they know.
Yeah.
Like when Bob Quinn came here, I was let go, then they brought in LeGarrette Blount. LeGarrette Blount was with the Patriots. That's where Bob Quinn came from. So they're going to bring in guys that they know. All right, and so that's not unfamiliar. So,
no, that happens in life.
Man.
Like that happens in the business world across all the fronts, man. You roll with the network, people in your network.
In your network. These are the guys that I trust.
Well,
and like we talked about it, when they put guys in the battle, they're going to fight harder for the people that they know and have respect for. So
That's just the way of the world. And we got somebody named Craig.
And
You
that's
borrow
why-
your VCR right quick.
And that's why, and this is for young players. This is why I always tell young players. You never know, like who, like if you're gonna work with these guys again. More than likely you will. I remember I played in Buffalo and I had Curtis Mockins. I had him on the show here before. He was my rookie coach. I left with the 3 other teams. Came to Detroit with Sam Gass, who was our running back coach. And then when Sam Gass left, when they released that coaching staff, Curtis Mockins became our running back coach here in Detroit for the next 3 years. So I already had familiarity. I was already very familiar with Coach Mockins, and so when he came in, it was like that mutual respect. Like he knew what type of work I would put in, and I knew what type of coach he was and what he demanded. And so when you have that understanding, you have that relationship with these coaches, they're going to speak highly of you to the GM, to the other coaches, and that's only going to heighten your chances to come work for another franchise or another team.
Hey, Corey, you got any other nuggets out there today? Where can everybody follow along with what you're doing?
Follow me on Twitter, Corey E. Woods, KORYEWOODS.
Corey with a K though.
Yep, Corey
Don't
with
forget
a
it,
K.
Corey with a K.
Yeah, I just posted a new article on woodwardsports.com right now. The things that I'm going to be looking at for tomorrow's preseason game versus the Buffalo Bills. Want to, got some guys that you know.
Yeah.
And, about to go ahead and get this Dunbar story up now, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
All right, man. We working Corey here. We working him. I like it, man. Corey, one of the hardest workers here, if not the hardest worker here.
trying to be.
Well, he's out there. He's out in the streets, man.
You know what, man? He out in the streets, though, for real.
Yeah,
for real.
And that's why I like it. That's why I mess with Corey, man.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very
appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Now let me get out of Terry's seat.
Go ahead. All right, Corey. All effort.
All effort. No, but it is a good segue to what we wanted to talk about next. Dan Campbell certainly has made a lot of headlines just without a game being played. They're still 0-0, getting ready for the first preseason game and all that kind of stuff. And, as you guys look at it, and look, it's easy to come on in front of the camera and talk about your Starbucks order and everyone laughs about it and stuff like that. And that's cool and that's entertaining and that's fun. That's what gets you through a training camp. Mm-hmm. But it's easy to laugh when you're 0-0. Things are different when you're 1-4. If you're 1-5, that's all different. As you guys see it right now,
Yeah.
is this the guy for the Detroit Lions? I like the attitude. I like where he's at. I like when he came out in his press conference and he put it on himself. He's like, you guys, A, you're tired of this shit. Those were his words. And then B, he said, I got to win football games. And you never hear coaches say, that's what I liked. And Terry, you've covered a million of these press conferences. Like, you never hear a coach in particular, come out and put a quote-unquote number to it to say, I have to come here and win football games or I'm done. I like that he did that. It seems as though there's some accountability with him.
Right. The thing is, if you come in as a coach and put a number on it, guess who's going to hang you with that number?
The media.
The media. Yeah, that's
we're gonna hang
exactly.
'em.
You said you're going to win 9 games, and you didn't. Get out of here.
So he said he win 9 games and win 12, then what?
Hey, then you the man.
Yeah.
There's nothing for us to say. But normally, if you put a number on it, then we're looking at that number. Okay, is he going to get it? Is he not? Looks like he's not going to get it, so we're going to trash all over this guy.
I'm a piggyback off of that. I remember when I was coming back off my Achilles injury, and it was the first off season that I was able to train, and so they asked me, how many yards do you think you're going to get this year? I said, I'll come back in healthy. I mean, I want to, I'm going to be the man this year. I'm going to be the starter, so I want to, put a lot of pressure on myself. So I want to go for 1,200, right? But that's if I'm healthy, if I'm healthy enough. And the media said, Joique says he's going to get 1,200 yards in the media. I said, that is not what I said, but you know what? It's out there now. So I'll never forget that. And that's when I realized you really have to watch what you say, because they'll take what you say and put a spin on it.
D-Mac, what about the parallels in the hockey world? A new coach comes in. I don't want to say Dan Campbell's brash, because I just think he's honest. And you ask him a question, he'll answer it. Do you guys respect that in a locker room? Do you respect that when a guy's going to stand there in front of the camera and say, look, I have to win games or I'm gone?
There's 3 things: attitude, accountability, and transparency. Now, some people are more transparent than others, but when you're building culture, and the one thing is this guy is true to himself. He's not anything that he ever was. The one thing about coaches in the past, especially Patricia, it was just be you, not to somebody you think that you should be or whatever, coming in with the Patriot way. So Dan Campbell, I think the beauty of it is that he's had a taste. He's got his toe in the water in Miami. He knows what he did right and he did wrong. And it's about going out and playing and doing the little things. When you're developing the culture, it's about the foundation. So, like wins and losses to me this year for the Lions, I mean, I was just talking with Isaac Eats and stuff. I don't really care, like the fact that if they lose or whatever, because I'm looking for the things that hasn't been here, like smarts, like no false start penalties, no shooting ourselves in the foot, just being competitive. And at the end of the day, if we play 60 minutes, we'll figure out where the talent level is. And hopefully with all these ex-coaches and guys that have been there and through the ringer, that's the one thing, is that hopefully that it all works out. But I love the transparency. It's something that's refreshing, so it's something you can get behind.
On the YouTube live stream right now, got the comments going on there. Joey 2 times says, "We don't deserve you, D-Mac."
That's an understatement.
Ryan says Neil's hair looks much improved, and I will say it's not quite as humid today. I'm trying to get the you see it right there.
Is the air not on? Turn the air on. Turn the air on in here. Yes, turn the air on.
I am having a little bit better hair day, I guess, than I did yesterday.
Is my mic on? No air. Suffer. If I gotta suffer, y'all gotta suffer.
We don't.
Joique, the only way the air gets turned on is if the girls in front are suffering. So you might want.
No. You know what? I don't know if you know this, D-Mac, but we have the air on every show.
Well, I don't
Not
know if you
this
know.
one.
I don't know if you know this, but this is a new show, and there was some sort of talk in the back. I'm just saying, all you got to do is tell the girls that it's too hot in the front, and they'll change it. So that was Art's big play to you here, Joique. This is his power play.
We can't do any
his
air.
birthday
I'm suffering.
present.
You got to suffer. Sorry.
No,
man.
we're doing air.
We do have T Villa on the line. If we could take a break and get to your guest.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do that. We'll be right back.
Turn the air on.
You're watching Big D
I'm
Energy
sweating
right
over
here
there.
on
Turn
the
the air
Woodward
on.
Sports Network.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.